Hello, this is Jen from Newton's Nook Designs. Thank you so much for joining me. Today I'm going to be walking you through our latest product release. It features some fun new Valentine products, and there's some cute cookie jars with kitties and puppies too. There's definitely something for everybody to love. I'm going to be showing you each of the products in a little bit more detail, and then I'm going to share with you some cards I've created to give you a little bit of inspiration. So stay tuned for a closer look. First, I'm going to be sharing with you our new Lovely Hearts 6x6 paper pad. This fun paper pad has a whole bunch of different heart patterns and a color palette of red, pink, purple, and craft brown. You get 12 different patterns and they're double-sided, so it's a total of 24 different prints, and you get 2 of each one. So lots of options for adding to your Valentines and other cards. Next, I'm going to be sharing with you our new Charming Hearts frame die. This fun frame die is going to be perfect for creating cards for love, Valentine's Day, anniversaries, and more. So many options. On this die, you get a large frame that fills the front of an A2 card. All the hearts are connected to the frame, and then you get the word love, which you can cut out and use separately. I wanted to show you how it looks when it's all cut out. So here's that frame, and as you can see, those hearts will pop out, so you can use it just as a frame on its own with those hearts hollowed out, or you could place the hearts back in. So what I did was I cut it out in a second color, so you can see here's a white one, and then you can layer those hearts back in, so you have a card that has two tones in it. Now you could add those pink hearts back into the other frame, and now you have two cards, easy to create by just cutting out the frame die twice. I had a lot of fun creating with this new die set, so I have several cards to share with you today. On this first one, I cut out the frame from red paper, and then I layered it over a white background that I had added some pink ink to and just kind of made a gradient of that from the lower left corner up to the right. I also used the word love, and I cut that out of brown paper and added that up in the corner. So you can see how easy it is to make a simple card just by doing a little bit of die cutting, and it looks beautiful. On the next one, I did something very similar, but this time I did the gradient on the white paper first, and then I cut it out using the die. I used a little bit of a different color pink, a little bit more salmony pink, and then I layered it over some brown paper, and again, used the word love in the upper right corner. Next, I have a couple of cards where I added in some pattern paper. On this one, I picked that fun pattern of tiny cascading hearts from our new Lovely Hearts paper pad, and I layered that behind the image. I also added in a bit of vellum to diffuse the pattern a little bit so it's not so overwhelming. On the second card, I chose a bolder print, again from the Lovely Hearts paper pad, and I layered that in the background. And then on this one, I added those hearts back in. I actually used the hearts from that second card I showed you with the gradient, so you can see how they are slightly different colored from each other, and that just looks pretty and adds to the fun pattern. I have one more card to share with you using this set. On this one, I again used the two-tone, added some hearts back in that are white and purple, and then I added the sentiment "Be Mine" across the top in a banner. That's from our new Valentine Word Trio die set that I'm going to share with you next. This is our new Valentine Word Trio die set. On this set, you get 3 fun words on banners. There's love, XOXO, and be mine, and each of them is on a fun stitch banner shape. You get the letters will cut out by themselves so you can use them together with the banner or on their own. So I created a couple fun Valentines using this set. On this one, I cut out the banner Be Mine in red and in white, and then I popped the white letters back inside. For the background on this card, I used our A2 card layout 2 die set. I cut out the edge in white, and then I picked some papers from our new Lovely Hearts paper pad, and I cut those out using the die set as well. So it just creates a really fun patterned Valentine, quick and easy to make. I created a second card using that same A2 card layout die set and the new Valentine word trio die set. On this one, I used the XOXO inside those two rectangles, and that fit in there really nicely. I cut it in two shades of pink, and then I put the letters in the opposite one, so you have a contrast of the two different colors. And then I put hearts in the other two corners using our heart frames die set. Next, I'm going to share with you our new Valentine Postage Sampler stamp set. This fun stamp set is filled with all kinds of Valentine icons. There's love letters, heart-shaped balloons, a cupcake, a box of chocolates, and there's even some heart-shaped cherries. So all kinds of fun icons you can use for Valentine's Day. And then there's some cute little words to coordinate with it. I also wanted to mention that all the images on this set are designed to fit with our postage stamp layout die set. So you can see you can place them in there vertically or horizontally, and there's a lot of options to add them in. And this set also has those cute little prices, so if you want to make some postage inspired Valentines, it'll work perfectly for that. Here's a fun Valentine I created using the new products. I picked out some of the little images from the Valentine Postage Sampler stamp set, and I colored them and layered them over this postage background. The background was created using our postage stamp layout die set, and I added some purple inside all of the postage stamps. When you cut this out, the insides are cut separately from the edge, so it's easy to add some color to them and pop them back in. I also added the little Mailed with Love postmark along the side there, and I added a little dimensional adhesive to that to give some fun dimension to the card. I created a second card with the same products, but this time I only used four of the postage stamps, so I just cut along the one edge to separate it from the whole panel. Then again, I used the same postage sampler stamp set, and I picked some images from that, colored them, and layered them over the card. This time I added the XOXO and the 15 cents, and then in the background I again used patterns from our lovely Hearts paper pad. I have one more Valentine to share using these products. This time I cut it down the center so I have three postage stamps instead of six, and I rotated it so it's vertical instead of horizontal. I added a couple of the images from the postage sampler stamp set again, and the price 20 cents on the top and bottom. In the center, I added hugs and kisses using the smaller images from the set, and I added the hugs over a heart from our heart frames die set. In the background, I again used patterns from our lovely Hearts paper pad. The last thing I'm going to share with you today is our fun new cat and dog cookie jar sets. On the right, we have Newton's cookie jar, and on the left, we have Puppy's cookie jar. And both of them have blank cookie jars with all kinds of fun sentiments that fit on the front of the jar. The Newton one has cookies from you, chip chip hooray, cookies make everything better, you're the milk to my cookie, cookie time meow. And of course, there's just the word cookies by itself if you just want to label it as a cookie jar. All those sentiments will fit right on the front of the jar, and there's a coordinating die set available. On the puppy one, it's set up very similar, but we have I woof you and cookies, special treats for someone sweet, without you I'd just be crumbs, birthday treats, and again the word cookies. So all kinds of fun words you can use for dog and cat lovers. I also wanted to mention that the dog and cat are facing opposite directions, so it would be easy to put them on the same card if you wanted to. You could layer them a little bit over each other and it would still work perfectly. And both jars are exactly the same size, so you can mix and match the sentiments with either image. So now I'm going to share some fun inspiration with you. First, I used the Newton's cookie jar stamp set. On this one, I colored the kitty in orange and the cookie jar in red using bright watercolor markers, and I added cookies make everything better to the front and some cute little cookies next to it. On the background, I used our lovely Hearts paper pad with our fractured card layout die set. This is a fun way to use some pattern papers and mix and match. I used kind of the two reds that way and then some fun pink patterns the other direction. On the second card, I went away from the Valentine theme and just made a fun, happy hello for a cookie lover. On this one, I used the cookie time meow on the front of the jar and again added the cookies around it. Behind it, I used the gingham paper from our Natural Basics paper pad. And then I created a cookie pattern using the cookie stamp on some brown paper. And then, of course, in the very background, the polka dot is also from the Natural Basics paper pad. Then I created two cards using the puppies cookie jar. On the first one, I went with a little bit more Valentine theme, added special treats for someone sweet on the cookie jar and the cookies. Behind him, I added a circle from vellum using our circle frames die set. And then in the very back, I picked some patterns from our Lovely Hearts paper pad. And then I cut that out using our basic frames die set to give it that kind of fun stitched edge. In the very background, there's a zigzag edge, and that's from our frames and tags die set. Then I created a second card, and this time I wanted to create a birthday card. So I used the puppy along with the cookies, but this time I put birthday treats on the jar. Obviously, his birthday treats are cookies. Behind it, I used our basic frames die set to cut out the stitched rounded corner rectangle and the banner. The paper on this card is from the Birthday Wolves paper pad. That paper pad has some really cute patterns with dogs celebrating birthdays, but in this case, I just chose the simpler prints from the paper pad, so the one with the gifts and the balloons. So it just makes for a fun, cute birthday card for a dog lover. So you can see how these sets are perfect for Valentine's, but they're also perfect for other occasions such as birthdays or happy hellos, or just to send someone a card who likes cookies. You're definitely going to send a smile when you use these new products. I hope you enjoyed this closer look at our new products. These fun new die sets are perfect for making quick and easy cards for love and Valentine's Day. They would work great for anniversaries and wedding cards too. So all of these cards right here were created just using dies and paper. Then on these ones, I added in a little bit of stamping, but not too much coloring, still pretty easy. Then if you want to color a little bit more, you can go to the dogs and cats and have fun coloring those cute little friends. Everything I showcased today is available over at newtonsnookdesigns.com. All the new Valentine products will be in the new category, but while you're there, make sure you check out the Love and Valentine category because there's so many fun things in there for creating cards for Valentine's Day, anniversaries, weddings. You're definitely going to find some inspiration. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful crafty day.